I'm Nora O'Donnell, and you're watching Delmarva Life.
Oh, she is so beautiful. I can't wait to hear from her.
How about that? We got the big leaguers swinging for us now.
We do. Well, as the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and there are certainly plenty of them on display in Ocean City, leaving the mind to ponder.
It's all part of a new show being put on by the Art League of Ocean City. And Brian Spyros joins us from the Ocean City Center for the Arts with more. Brian?
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, the current exhibit opened on February 1st and runs through the entire month until March 1st, and we're going to talk about it in just a moment. But first, I want to introduce you to Rena Thaler, who is the Executive Director of the Art League of Ocean City. So the first thing, Rena, explain exactly what the Art League of Ocean City is for people who may not be familiar.
Sure. The Art League of Ocean City is a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to promote the visual arts in the Ocean City area, and we do that in several ways. Through exhibits here at our home, the Ocean City Center for the Arts, which we change monthly, through art education and classes, including classes for children, adults, in painting, pottery, on a variety of mediums, through scholarships, programs like the live theater performance we'll have here next week, and community art events like our plein air event that we'll have this summer.
So you have a lot of stuff going on here, and one of the things here on the lower level in this gallery we're in is an exhibit, and it's called Interiors. Tell us about it.
This is a really neat show because we asked artists during this gray, dreary winter month to look inside of themselves and to produce artwork relating to the theme interiors, whether it was the interior of their home, the interior of their mind, the interior of an object, and we have a variety of interpretations here, which is great.
So when you say interiors, it's not just inside a home or a building, but they kind of looked at it a little deeper than that,
Yes.
which is really cool. Now, so this whole lower gallery has 40-something pictures in it. They're going to be judged this Thursday, and we actually have 3 of them here on the wall in front of us, and we want to talk about them because there's a story behind each one of them, as art often is. You know that well. The first one here is the woman sitting at the table. Tell us the story behind that.
And this artist told me that this was inspired during the recent blackout that we had in the Ocean City area, that he was home, the lights went out, his wife was sitting at the table doing some work, and you can see the candlelight reflecting on her face. So it was inspired by an event that actually happened inside of his home.
And it just goes to show how art sometimes, when you least expect it, something comes up and you paint it and then boom, sort of it's born. So we go from that, and right above it we have the orange, which we're talking interiors, but this fits the bill.
So this artist had a totally different interpretation, and the interior of the orange what she was depicting, and that's a really neat piece because it looks like a painting, but it's actually totally made of wool. So it's a fiber arts piece.
Wow, which you notice once you get up close to it, but from afar it looks like a painting.
Correct.
So obviously we have interiors interpreted that way, and then finally we have the heart.
Right, and this artist was thinking conceptually as well, and what was inside of her, and her core being her heart. So inside of her is the heart. And
so obviously not looking at it as inside a house or a building, but inside her body. So many different ways to interpret all of the artwork that you guys have here, and people can come down and take a look at it all. And speaking of which, there's a couple different ways people can do that. I'm going to go over that right now as we speak. There's a First Friday reception here at the Ocean City Center for the Arts. That's going to be held on Friday, February 7th from 5 to 7 p.m. It is open to the public and gives people a chance to meet the artists and enjoy refreshments. And if you can't make it to that, the Ocean City Center for the Arts is open 7 days a week from 11 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's all located right on 94th Street, Bayside, here in Ocean City. So certainly a lot of stuff to enjoy here, and with that said, Jimmy and Lisa will send it back to you guys in the studio. And of course, as always, if you missed any information, just go to delmarvalife.com. Back to you guys.
Oh, wow. Great stuff.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. All right. Well, something else you're going to want to see. We sit down with Nora O'Donnell, co-anchor of CBS This Morning. Did you know she got her start in the business at the age of 10 on the other side of the world? We're going to hear all about it.
But next, WWOC's Lacey Griffith and Scott Abraham step away from the anchor desk to join us in the Delmarva Life kitchen, and you're going to see Lisa and I finally get a win in our 5-minute recipe challenge. Thank you very much. And by the way, while we're in the kitchen, do you tend to make a mess? Come on. I know I'm not the only one. Rachel Ray has a handy how-to tip to help keep it clean.
You know, I'm sure there's probably 100 different arts and crafts uses for just a plain old inexpensive paper plate. But if you're kind of a messy baker in the kitchen, there's a really clever double duty use for this plate every time you take out your hand mixer. Simply stencil where the legs attach on your hand mixer. Poke a couple of holes, put the plate there, and it becomes a splatter guard for you and your clothing the next time you use it.